All right, so here's Numbani. You're going to play the dive defense. Very interesting. I'll tell you, our team has not played. This is actually a version of dive called Winston Rush. I really like this version. It's really cool. Played a lot in that summer season of Owl this year. Yeah, really cool comp. What you're going to want to do with this one, and I'm sure you know this already, but this is kind of similar to as though this were a Reinhardt. So it's a rush comp, right? Where you actually want to take speed boost to get your whole team of 6, right, into the enemy team within like brawling range. You can actually just brawl them because you have a Reaper and a Diva. You can be really brawly. Winston just kind of cleaves the whole team. And then what's interesting is that you have several pieces of like dive equipment to you. You've got like this fade. You've got teleport, you have jets, and you have jump, you have another jet ability, and you've already used amp here, but that's fine. The point is, you can go in for a brawl, get a pick, and then chain target call and actually dive the chained target, which is really cool. It's something unique that really only this comp does. So really cool comp. Love to see how you play it here. We also went with full dive here, and mainly because we just kind of want to practice dive. Our idea that we're going to do here is we're going to run main. All right, the idea was we're going to run main. We were going to first soft dive this. We want to like eliminate and flush out this position first, and then we were going to, like, if no one was here or if we just pushed someone away, then just like take a moment, take a breather, kind of stack back for a second, and then go for whoever's over here. This is what our big plan was to dive from this position to this position. Okay. Normally, we're used to seeing Ana chilling right back here. We were very certain, in fact, we thought for sure you're going to have an Ana sitting back up here. So our plan was to dive the Ana from the get-go. And it turned out that you weren't playing Ana. So big outplay there. Nice. Big just like all being there. That was huge. Managed to kill both Winston on both sides die, actually. Oh, wish Reaper would have lived there. That would have been really good for blue team if Reaper lived. Fortunately, Diva falls too. A pretty quick point A. I'm gonna watch that one more time. A lot of shit happened in that fight. I don't feel like I got to appreciate the full thing because there's so much stuff going on at the same time. Wait a minute. What? Darth, what are you doing? Buddy. Oh, you fell off. Oh no. Because that just kind of used your flight there a little bit early before the fighting began. Careful that that doesn't happen. Huge from Neo there with the double dash. Well. One thing that we called on our side we were having trouble with here was we didn't really feel like there was a simple dive target. One difficult thing for us on red team here is that we have Genji and Tracer, and we have Lucio as well. So we're playing a similar comp to you, and then it's sort of this like kind of like a Winston Rush comp, and it doesn't have Sombra and Zen. Neither team has Sombra Zen. And what Sombra and Zen do is allow a dive team to select really targets that are like generally undivable. For example, what if Winston gets hacked and discorded? Now he can't jump away and he's discorded. Well, we can dive him now because he has an effectively only 450 HP when he is discorded and he can't jump away because he's hacked. So you can kind of see how normally we should really have Zen and Sombra to set up those dives, but we don't really have that in this instance, and neither do you. So really weird game in which it's really hard for us to actually find these dive targets. For us on our team, we're going to look probably for a big ante and use that as an opportunity to make a big dive. Red team coming up on Nanoblade here. That's what we're probably playing for. We're probably just slow playing for Nanoblade. Hydracta could get a big Blossom here potentially. Alright, here comes the Nanoblade. Oh, it looks like we go for a bomb first. Bomb just gets blocked by the Winston bubble. Really low value in the bomb. Big jumps in and dies. Unfortunate. That kind of sucks for him. Oh, and let's rewatch that. This is the big funny moment. His boob slept. Oh my god, no way. I've never seen that before. That's insane. That's actually, like, I've never seen that before. Alright, so here comes the Nanoblade. You get the Diva. Clean up the Winston, the Echo. Able to finally probably take out the Moira too. Moira going to die on point. Good choice in the Moira here to die on point. Stall the point a little bit. Die quickly. Good play there from Potato. Okay. So your team's probably going to want to go high ground, and I believe you do. I believe that is something that your team does. That is being the blue team. Unfortunately, Hydracta pays the price of standing a little bit too far forward alone. Okay, so if you're going to make a play there, that was definitely the time. Unfortunately, we're able to cap this point before you're able to make a dive on point. So we're happy to just fight you up here anyway, because we already capped the point. A lot of ults from the blue team here. It's not over ult. So right now you've got 6 ults and you're using duplicate at the moment. We only have 2 ults to respond. So I wonder how much you're going to commit here, and I hope it's not going to be like 3 or 4 ults. Winston. Okay, here comes the Primal. Our team, the red team's built up now to 4 ults, and I think we're just going to be dry pushing this from this point, letting you have the fight win, not committing too much here. I don't think we are going to, at least. We're able to get back up to ult parity. Now we have 5 ults, you have 4. It took a little bit of time off the clock, but that's kind of where we stand now. Now we have 6 ults on the red team. We throw a bomb out to make space. There's Nanoblade. Actually, is it Nanoblade? I believe it is. Nano and Blade. Let's see. Yes, it is. Nice. A lot of shit going on up in here. Let's watch this a little bit. Looks like the Echo's going to kill the Genji. Ooh, wow. Good focusing beam. Blue team really low. We ended up committing Reaper ult here. Or, hold on, no. Sorry, you commit Reaper ult. Probably a bad time to commit the Reaper ult. Let's go back just for a second. Yeah, I mean, it was probably fine. It just so happened, I believe, that I had the defense matrix for it. Back a second here. I wasn't even I just kind of fell into it. Wow. At this point, you're letting the cart sail away. That's really unfortunate. Alright, you're able to get some touches here. A beat and a coalescence. It's really big. Able to stabilize here. That's really big. So the beat and the coalescence save you. Okay. Here we're going to take high ground. Idea, we're probably just going to be looking to gather up here on top of this high ground and then find a dive. That's pretty much all we're doing. Nothing fancy. This is, I believe, the War Chief special. It's just kind of sitting there in the grass, ready for you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be honest. Like, he didn't even call us out in chat. He was just, or in voice chat. He just kind of did it. And then when the point got capped, it was just like, oh, thanks, War Chief. Yikes. All right, then. Moving on. So, this is our general strategy for this one. Just kind of recap what we're doing here. We generally have a double shield comp with Torb Ash. The Ash and the Mercy are both going to be standing usually right here in the beginning. And we're going to damage boost the Ash with a Sigma shield right here, allowing the Ash to just like push some bullets down main before you start coming into us entirely. Then we're going to hide a Baptiste. Generally, we try to hide a Baptiste down here, over here. Okay. And this Baptiste should be able to like mostly heal the entire team, be able to heal the Orisa, heal the Sigma as necessary, and be spammy. We want to make your life difficult as you try to move from here onto point. If you play a Rhine comp, like a Brawl comp, and just hit point, then we're just going to spam you from high ground. The whole idea is that we're already up here, and so we have no problem taking that opportunity to just shoot you. And if we have to, the big play is that if you're a comp that's like on the ground down here trying to force point, like maybe you come through underground and you're putting a Brawl stack on here, well, the idea here is we just drop either Sigma or Orisa, usually the Sigma. Sigma just drops to point, and as soon as you start trying to kill the Sigma, well, we just drop an immortality field on the Sigma. And now you're spending a lot of time trying to force point, trying to cap the point, trying to kill the Sigma, trying to kill a lamp, then trying to kill the Sigma again. And through that whole process, we have high ground, a turret. I mean, we've got all kinds of angles coming at you. There's no way a Brawl comp survives on point against this spam comp that has the entire high ground in every single angle. No way in the world. So that's kind of our play. Like, as the game goes deeper, instead of dropping the Sigma onto point, a second strategy we have is actually just to drop a Bob on point, continue to spam from all of our angles, make it really hard for you to force point, basically force you to first like soft dive up here, stack, and then do the second dive, or come out here and dive us. Like, you really have to do that. And another point of defense that we have here, right, is a lot of times a Brawl team will decide, okay, well, we'll just come from coast or from underground and we'll walk up here, around back, right, and around this way from behind, right? Well, ideally, we see you coming, okay, and we all rotate. The whole team, the whole red team, is going to rotate back to like here, right? These positions. We're all going to be here. And then you now have to walk from, really, we're going to be like right here. Now you have to walk from this door all the way to here in a pure spam lane of damage. And your attempt to do that is going to be really, really painful. And the further you get to us here, especially if you do like a Reinhardt charge for some reason, well, we just do Orisa Fortify, block you, kill you. If you use all your resources to get to us, then the whole time we're backpedaling from here to make the travel distance even harder. It's not that you have to get to here. It's actually that you have to get all the way to here to get to us. And so we're really prepared for that. And if you do all of that and put someone like, I don't know, sneak someone onto point, like right here, for example, trying to force the point, well, we do our same strategy. We drop the Sigma down here, give him a lamp, right? And you're not taking point. So that's our general strategy. I don't think we did it very well. We didn't perform it very well this time. But that is kind of what we try to do. All right. And here you come from top, and we're not really contesting up top. We're just kind of spamming that area. You're on Winston. Full dive there. You get a good jump here. And actually a really good... This is... I want to point this out. This was really, really, really good from your diva. Okay. Alright. That was actually a big boop on me. I don't know if you saw how much of a boop that was. That legitimately pushed me all the way off. Watch this from my perspective. Look how crazy this is. I get booped by the diva and I kind of jump in the air. It maintained my momentum a bit and pushed me off high ground. Huge, actually insanely huge play. Because that really enabled the whole thing to start just like unfolding from there. Another mistake we made is that as you guys like dove over here, our team started to back up into this corridor. And that's really, really bad news for us. We don't want to get backed up into this corridor. That's really bad for us. And we also lost Baptiste. We get our Baptiste rezzed. So that's kind of relieving. Okay, so the turret, or sorry, not the turret, War Chief is dealt with. They're on Torbjorn. We're all just kind of Hail Mary trying to touch point, trying to hold it. We can't really hold it. It's a good push from you guys. Really well played. Big leap from Simp Slayer 69 here. That's a ballsy jump. Okay, so general strategy that we're going to want to deploy here as sort of the spam comp here. There it's kind of sprawly because now we've got the Reinhardt, but we're going to try to use this whole high ground here for our Ashe, our Torb. We kind of want Torb. You need to be up here. Turret, that's a fine spot for the turret, I suppose. Sigma gets up here. Rein is going to hold like this choke. And this way, we're totally fine with you getting the cart all the way to here, but we don't want your life to be very easy from this point forward. We'll do our peaks out here, but we're not going to actually commit to any real big fight here. We, as a spam comp, don't want to make a big 6 fight here. In fact, we just want to bring the fight here. Because when you get to here, that's where we're all on the high ground, and you're probably on the low ground. And it requires you to understand that fact and to actually force you to walk up to the high ground on us. Then we do the whole thing again where we can put a Reinhardt on point. You can't push it until you kill the Reinhardt, but if you try to push the Reinhardt, then we're spamming you from the high ground. He gets lamp. He like stays up there a long time. We hold Bob as well, so that if the Rein dies, we just throw a Bob on point. Now you got to kill Bob or move him off point in order to continue the progress. And generally, cart gets stalled like right here. For most of the time. That's basically what we do. Okay, so you nano the Winston. You jump Winston in. It's not really that good of a jump. I guess you had Primal, so you use Primal early to get up top. You're going for the Baptiste here. Not quite able to confirm that kill. Taking a lot of spam damage here and eventually fall. That means that we're going to be pushing up a little bit. I think I noticed this, and like as all that's going down, I decided to stall point because point doesn't really have a whole lot to deal with. So here I can just kind of shoot Potato, and it's very possible I can kill Potato here. Good surviving a Potato that far. Able to get the kill here, but now I'm just fighting a Diva on point. So while there's some big dives happening back there with the whole Winston strategy, I didn't want the cart to sail forward too much, so I kind of just push forward. Now, us as our spam comp, it's totally fine. We got a few picks, so we can start standing on top of this balcony here and getting some good range pressure. But I don't know if we really want to hold this corner. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I kind of like bringing Sigma. Like, I shouldn't be there. I think I, as Sigma, should start rotating back to here. I think I should be up here as Sigma. But I mean, it's not terrible. It's not totally terrible. I definitely think, I believe I called playing behind cart here because I kind of felt like you guys had a lot of ults coming up, or we're about to do a lot. And as you can see on up here on the top, you can see how you totally have like 4 ults on the table, almost 5 to play with. We're sitting on like 2, 1 sort of coming up, so 3. We're definitely behind on ults right now. We can get a big window here though, potentially. We force Anna to anti herself. Big sleep coming from Blue Anna. Or was able to manage to get away. That's crazy. You kill the Reinhardt, we kill the Winston. Okay. You have Reaper ult. Reaper, that was called out there. I was able to just suck the Reaper ult in. Not really a whole lot of value there. There, Hydracta, you would definitely play this really telegraphed. Okay? Don't see this whole thing where you're going to like Wraith in and then press Q. This is not what you want to do. You never, ever want to just walk down main with Wraith and then go and press Q. Like, it's super telegraphed. We knew exactly what you were doing before you did it. And here, a much better move would have been to like play back here, teleport up to here, okay, and then look for a Blossom this way. Like, always flank before you Blossom. Like, really try to always flank before you Blossom here. Yeah. Very telegraph Blossom there. Right here, big window coming from us. Blue D.Va can get a really big bomb over here. So you know that if we put a window here, then this space becomes really valuable to us. So throw a bomb over here and deny it. It's like the big thing I would recommend doing. And you agree. That's a really big one. Unfortunately, not able to get any... Oh, you did actually get a kill. You got a kill on Torbjorn. And you definitely blew a bunch of time off on the window. Wasn't able to win the fight, but good attempt there to use your bomb to sort of deny the window. What a crazy lift. Good beat. It's a big purple. We have to beat in response. Beat's a little bit too late there. Unfortunately, I think we still lose this fight. Good aggression there on the blue team. Looks like red team could stabilize this position. It's good. XZ going up there on the top, on the high ground. Potentially big flank coming in here from War Chief. I want to watch him for a second here. This could potentially be big. Hold on. Watch that again. Let's go back a second. No. So you want to get a little bit closer than that before you start shooting their War. Another thing you could have done is you could have gone all the way behind and gotten like behind them rather than beside of them. But here, I feel like you started shooting them from like a little bit outside of your effective range. Like you were here and you shot someone that was like over here, and that there is about a 15-meter range. Your fall off begins at just 10 meters, and even someone who's 10 meters away, and your spread is so high that they're not even taking a whole lot of damage. Like, you're not really effective except for about 6 meters. So you want to close in on this distance. Like, you want to be right here before you start shooting them, ideally. Okay, so a little bit early on those shots, I think. That flank could have really, I think, gotten a lot more value. Neo doing a really good job keeping the high ground up there. Oh, big sleep. Nice. Getting a regroup going on here. Waiting for D.Va. Oh, no. No. Yeah, I mean, that really sucks to die there as Ana, but also, I mean, we've demonstrated at that point, like long before that point, right? We've demonstrated what the spam lane of damage is, and you never want to be standing in that. So, like, what that means is we've sort of created this spam lane of damage. This is where the damage is going through, and so don't stand in it. anyone standing in this spam lane is potentially going to die. And especially as a dive comp trying to regroup, there's no reason to be standing like out in the open like this. In fact, the whole team can go back around this corner here or back into this spawn room. Like, don't stay on the spam lane. That really sucks to have lost you there, because that's just blowing another 20 seconds off the clock. Here, okay, now you're pulling back to this over here. And we see that, of course, and we're trying to move our spam lane. Now we're like, okay, can we create a spam lane here? Right? And so that's kind of where we're at here. I don't think we're going to. Oh, and this is where we decide to go on an interesting flank. All right. I started shooting there maybe a little bit too early. I could have banked a whole lot more value on that flank if I just kind of like held off a bit. I'll go back a second. So here's us coming back through the other side. Kind of ready for you to come through main. I came from behind, sort of a flanking sigil. There. I wonder, did Potato go for the sleep dart on that? If sleep available. Oh, good try. A big shatter. Probably didn't need it, but that's fine. It confirmed the fight. Alright, that was a creative play from us with a little bit of flanks there. War Chief trying to be a little bit flanky. That's kind of nice. We got, he's almost up to ult. We got another ult coming in from blue teams. Oh no. Oh no. Where was that? Is she just low? Oh, it's a combination, Neo and Fig. Excuse me. That sucks to get picked off there.
60 seconds remaining.
Alright, I'm really interested to see what Hydractor does here. See if we can get like a little bit less telegraphed of an ult. Is he gonna flank with it? Watch him. A little bit of flank. Nice. Way more value. Really well played there. Good job, dude.
30 seconds.
That is a really good Reaper ult. Didn't have to Wraith in or anything, straight down main. You took a flank, didn't even have to use Wraith. Really well done.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Alright. What is going to happen next? Alright, so we're going to want to hold this corner here. We don't want to... yeah, back up to the corner. Play corner. Big jump from Simp Slayer. They're on Primal now. Okay. Able to land the kill there. Ooh. Big Blossom from War Chief. Is this going to hit anything? Doesn't hit anything there. We're able to stall point here. Winston in the backline isn't able to get any more value, unfortunately. At some point there, he should have jumped out. Let's go back for a second and kind of watch this Winston. Okay. This is like kind of around the end of Primal. That jump needed to be an escape. That's unfortunate. So, yeah. I mean, this point is die on point or retreat. Probably not like a combination of both here. So, with Lucio there, you could have called speed out and you could have sped out. That could have been a little bit better. Huh, big sleep. What the hell is going on? Some crazy flanks. Big sleep on McCree there. One thing I want to point out that I find is actually pretty interesting is I'm not seeing in these last couple fights, not seeing a whole lot of use of this lane here. Although this is a really important lane for this map, especially if like you have a team holding this corner that's on defense and you're trying to take this way. Well, coming around this way for a flank really is important. Like that's a key part. And the person who should be doing that is Darth. So Darth should be flying up here, excuse me, in the high ground, like in the sky, and be shooting healers and squishies from behind, turning them around, removing healing from the tanks, and then your team pushes the tank line this way. But at the same time, right, red team should be coming around this way and trying to poke the back line, right, as they're trying to get through, right? So it's a constant pressure. It's a constantly like, who is going to take this lane, right? And so this lane is generally, it really should be hotly contested by both teams. Both teams want the flank because it's so valuable on both teams. But what I'm seeing here, really interestingly, is that neither team elected to take that when they really should have. All right. That's pretty much the end of that round. Hot dog, what are you going to do? Oh, you know what? This is really funny from the hot dog. Watch this. Hot dog finds himself in this room, and then I'm going to body block him here. I say hello. He says hello, and then he just kind of boops, and then runs away. Like, you're not going to body block me. I'll just boop you out of the way and run. Nice. All right, next one. I think this looks the last one might be the second.